Hello, my name's Rupert Bates, Director of WhatHouse, and we are putting on the WhatHouse show at the Hilton Brighton Metropole, weekend of September the 27th, the 28th in Brighton, Sussex. Among the exhibitors there will be Churchill Retirement Living. I'm delighted to welcome for a quick chat about the show Suzanne and Revell, who is Marketing Director of Churchill Retirement Living. Welcome, Suzanne.
Hi, Rupert.
Now, Suzanne, very briefly, could you just tell us a bit about Churchill Retirement Living?
Yes, Churchill Retirement Living is it's a privately owned company set up by Spencer and Clinton McCarthy, and we specialise exclusively in the development of retirement accommodation for those over 60. It's very much an independent living concept. Our developments tend to be sort of 1 or 2 bedroom apartments on average, about a block of about 40. Has the communal facilities so people can meet and have a bit of companionship, but it's very much promoting a lifestyle that people can enjoy when they move in. A lot of people move in, they're on their own, they're recently widowed, so they can come in and be with like-minded people, enjoy social events that take place in the owner's lounge, and it's really about the lifestyle that people over 60 can enjoy.
And Suzanne, we've spoken many times before across lots of platforms, and it's amazing, isn't it, that just the demographics, the population is getting older, living longer, and there's a huge shortage of this sort of A, accommodation, but B, as you say, giving it the lifestyle and living. So you see Churchill very much at the forefront of that.
Absolutely. I mean, you're absolutely right. People are living predominantly longer, healthier lives, although as people do live longer, sometimes there are health issues that are becoming increasingly problematic. But yes, there is demand out there. We do need to look at sort of planning and see how we can get more accommodation for retirement developments. Sorry, I lost my way there, Rupert.
Yeah. I mean, and from that point of view, there, do you think as well, obviously there's issues in terms of getting more built and planning. Do you think there's also still a perception issue that people are sort of worried about moving into retirement living and giving up, or they think they're giving up their independence, or maybe they're giving up a house they've lived in for many years, and so there's that to overcome. There's actually providing all the right information and advice, not just to them, but if they are particularly elderly, maybe their children.
Yeah, absolutely, Rupert. I totally agree there. I think that there's a couple of things that you've mentioned. I mean, a lot of people don't really appreciate what the independent retirement living concept is really all about. There is a misconception that it's going to be like a care home, which couldn't be further from the truth when you come in and actually see the style of accommodation that we provide. There's also people tend to think they're not ready for that move. They don't think that they're old enough yet, and often we find that customers are coming to us well into their 80s, sometimes early 90s, and they think they're too young to perhaps be making that move. But then once we get them through the door and they can see what the accommodation is like, the lifestyle that they can enjoy, then that's key for us to be able to then encourage more people to make the move.
Yes, because I think we like to categorise too easily, don't we? I mean, in a sense, it's not even necessary downsizing or upsizing, it's just finding the right size. It's the next stage on the property ladder, isn't it? Rather than thinking it's the last stage.
Absolutely. I mean, if I was just to summarise a typical customer, I mean, often people who we find are coming through the door, sadly they might have recently lost a loved one, they're feeling a bit vulnerable in the family home that they've perhaps lived in for 30 or 40 years. It could be a change in health, that they can't manage the stairs in the house they're living, or they can't cope with the garden, but they can still enjoy an independent life. But circumstances change and they need more manageable accommodation, which is exactly what the developments that we provide at Churchill Retirement Living can give them.
And obviously at the WhatHouse show, it's very important, isn't it? I think to meet face to face and to talk through A, what Churchill offers, B, general information and advice on this next step. So that's presumably what you'll be looking to provide on your stand at Brighton at the end of September.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, visitors to the stand, we're obviously looking for people who, might be of retirement age, who could be looking for themselves, but equally important are the family and friends of people that often influence a purchase decision. And we find that Often it's family members that come and do a lot of the research early on. They find out about accommodation that's out there, then they talk to their parents and talk them through the concept. So we look forward to speaking to a diverse range of people, hopefully, at the show, and just be able to let people know what we're about and what we can offer people for an enjoyable retirement.
Well, that's great, Suzanne. I believe your stand is R1. Just a reminder, it's at the Hilton Brighton Metropole, weekend of September the 27th, 28th. I look forward to seeing you there. Look forward to seeing Suzanne and all the Churchill people there. And thank you very much for joining us on the Hangouts today, Suzanne. Thank you.
That's great. Thanks for having me, Rupert.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.